Hi, my name is Christian. I'm one of the directors at Meta5 Group. In today's video, we want to discuss the question, how can we build in more flexibility into organizational work spaces to accommodate changing needs. As we've seen through COVID and now the Ukraine war, having flexibility is a key asset to any organization. Being able to quickly adapt to changing requirements is really key going forward. So from a workplace strategy point of view, what can organizations do? First of all, technology is obviously key. In a technology sector space, it's really important that you have a unified device portfolio that seamlessly connects to your screens and monitors and all the meeting rooms seamlessly all the time. In the past, organizations often had various devices and docking stations, and not everybody could sit anywhere, so that made it obviously really complicated to work anytime, anywhere. Secondly, we see a huge trend to remote data centers and remote data access, obviously, that give you a lot of flexibility as an organization to seamlessly transform where you work. And thirdly, we recommend really from a long-term perspective, establishing a proper home office setup for every employee. If working from home becomes an ongoing way of working for your organization as part of working in the office, we really recommend looking into a proper home office setup. From a spatial point of view, there's obviously various aspects to flexibility. First of all is how you structure your lease and where you rent. The most flexible way of working is obviously a co-working space where you have ultimate flexibility in flexing up and down your organization, and it's just a more costly way of working, and the facilities are often not ideal for your organization. However, there's the greatest degree of flexibility, and then there's various degrees of how you can work. A popular model we've seen now is actually a hub and spoke model, that you establish some sort of a head office in reduced size that's really focused around collaboration and getting teams together. And on top, an organization may, as they need, different spoke workspaces or working from home. So this allows an organization to quickly flex up and down the total office space overall. Another thing to think about is obviously the lease term you're signing up. Usually we've seen in the past 10 years as a typical lease term. We see this obviously now being reduced to 5 and 7 years. In Asia, it's often 3 years. So negotiating on the lease term can be a very smart way to build in flexibility into your organization. And lastly, it's really important that you think about how to use your space. So there was a huge, obviously, uptake of activity-based working and unassigned workspaces in the past, and that's for a good reason. It provides a lot of flexibility by detaching the personal space, by detaching actually the personal space from the office and creating everything as a shared environment. That gives organizations a lot of flexibility how to use the space they actually have. We've seen organizations that can absorb growth rates up to 20 to 40%. By using shared spaces and activity-based working. So that's also a really smart way to build in flexibility going forward. There are a few other less known but a bit complicated options in terms of leasing furniture, for example. That's another way, but you need to keep in mind that things may get a bit complex and complicated in these arrangements. So overall, the ultimate mantra is, for whatever decision you take, does it suit our idea to work anywhere and anytime? If you've got any questions, please pop them in the comments. We're happy to contact you afterwards with our thoughts on these. Hope to see you soon.